In this video, we will show you how to replace your inner tie rod end on this Ford Ranger. This is part of your front steering, located behind your front wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've done so, we're going to continue on to removing the center cover, the 19mm lug nuts, and the wheel. Now that we have the wheel out of the way, the next thing we'll do is pay attention in this area. We have to loosen up this jam nut. This is the nut that holds the inner tie rod and the outer tie rod end together. Use a 21mm for this. See if we can get this to break free. Now that we have that broken free, follow the tie rod end down to where it connects onto the knuckle. In this area, you're going to find that you have a 21mm mounting nut, but you should also have a cotter pin. Ours is extremely rusted, it's just going to break. I'll cut it out of the way. Once you've done that, go ahead and remove the nut, and then we'll separate this. Just give that a quick inspection and set it aside. If your outer tie rod end boot looks like this, replace the tie rod. Now the next thing we'll do is cause some vibration on the steering knuckle and separate the outer tie rod end from the knuckle. The next thing we'll do is remove the outer tie rod end from the inner tie rod end. We'll turn this counterclockwise and count the amount of rotations. 1, 2, and so on. There it is, friend. Let's give this a quick inspection and set it aside. We'll get the jam nut off of here, hold on to that inner tie rod end with some locking pliers if needed. Use your 21mm and remove this from the inner tie rod end. Now we can start removing the bellows boot from the inner tie rod end and the power steering rack. On the outer portion of the bellows boot, you should find that you have a clamp. On this one, you would just squeeze the ear, slide it out of place, and set it aside. Continue on following the bellows boot to where it connects onto the power steering rack. There should be a small clamp in this area. Ours is actually missing. At this point, we'll continue on to removing the inner tie rod end from the power steering rack. You can use an inner tie rod end tool or just use some long pliers. Take hold of that inner tie rod end and turn it counterclockwise. Unscrew it from the power steering rack. There it is, friend. Continue on to cleaning and inspecting each of the mounting points here. We want to inspect the port where the inner tie rod end connects onto, and then also the area of the power steering rack where the bellows boot will ride. Okay, friend, let's get ready to install our inner tie rod end. We'll take this and start it in by hand, bottom it out, and then we'll make sure it's nice and tight. Right there is bottomed out. The next thing you'll have to do is lubricate the joint on the inside of the inner tie rod end. We'll work that around. Continue on with your lubricant. You're going to find an area on the inner tie rod end where it has 2 notches. That's where the end of the bellows boot will sit. It's a good idea to have some lubricant here as well. Let's continue on with our bellows boot here. We'll take this and slide it in position. You do want to pay attention at the far end. You will have a port where this small tube will slide into. Slide the boot onto the power steering rack as far as possible and install your clamp. If you don't have a clamp, you can also use a wire tie. Double check to make sure that's completely secure in this area, and now we'll follow it down to where it connects onto the inner tie rod end. We want to have the bellows boot seated properly in this area. We'll just slide that into the proper positioning in between those two areas and install a clamp in this area. Let's apply some anti-seize to the threaded area. All right, let's get ready to install our outer tie rod end. We'll take this and turn it in the same amount of turns as it took to remove it. One, two, and so on. Now, once you have that inserted to the same amount of turns, continue on to putting this into the steering knuckle. We'll continue down here with our mounting nut. Let's bottom this out and then torque it to 59 foot-pounds. The next thing you want to do is put in your locking cotter pin. You should find that you have a hole going through the stud of the tie rod end. You'll have a whole bunch of slots on the nut itself. Align those areas and put in your cotter pin. If when you torque your nut, it doesn't align with the stud, continue tightening the nut until the very next slot does. Let's make sure we tighten our jam nut. Use our 21mm for this. Confirm everything's secure. Let's take that wheel and put it in position. Start on all 5 of your 19mm lug nuts, we'll bottom them out, get the wheel safely back on the ground, and we can torque each of them to 100 foot-pounds. With the wheel safely on the ground, we'll torque these in a crisscross manner. Torqued. If you have a center cover, go ahead and install that now. Have a look at the backside. You can tell exactly where each one of your lug nuts needs to fit into. Line it up and drive it in. Okay friends, we've got our vehicle back together. At this point, go ahead and take it for a road test down to your local alignment shop. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.